We are live on digital.
Welcome to Tlakas Tavern.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold on. Hey,
Welcome
hey,
to
hey.
Tlakas Tavern.
Look, I said, she talking about, look, okay, hold on. Y'all know me. I ain't gonna lie.
Welcome to Tlakas Tavern.
Leave her alone, love it.
Nice.
Welcome.
Welcome to Tlakas Tavern. We are back in the building. And it's time for round number 2.
Yeah, this time we were I want to finish up one statement that was given to us again by Titus. He was letting us know regarding COVID that now they are paying the prisoners to take the COVID test, to take the vaccine. So they're paying the prisoners to take it. So I guess my thing is right now they're trying to figure out what to do because it's a surplus. Right now they're saying that right here in
Paying prisoners in Texas or
I guess across the board. He didn't say, but all he said was that they were paying prisoners to take the COVID test. I mean the COVID vaccine. Also,
You need to pay me, I'll take it.
no, I'm not. No. So they're paying the prisoners, and also in Houston, Texas, they were saying that what is it, like 50,000 people only took the first shot, but didn't go back to take the second. So now the problem is they're sitting on a surplus of all these vaccines, and nobody's going to get them. So that's,
And then they don't know the shelf life because they ain't even had the shit out long enough to know how long it's going. They can have it out for.
Yeah. So that's the big issue. But moving on from COVID, because COVID is one of those things we're gonna agree to disagree and disagree to agree on. They had some more police shootings. One, I don't remember the 16-year-old baby's name. The one that was in foster care. She called the police. Police came. Right? Yeah, though she was willed. She had the knife.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about the male.
The new one.
No, this is a new one. Not Dante Right. This is brand new. This happened like over the weekend.
Well, last time we were here, this one.
Yes.
We've had
three. Yeah, you mentioned 3. I know about. We talked about the Andrew Brown.
Yeah.
And that's the young man that was sitting in the car. And you said something about the video, the body cam.
Yeah, they redacted a lot of the video. I think 20 seconds of it came out, which tells you nothing.
Right.
And like Ahmad was saying earlier, before we came back to break, you probably have maybe 5 or 6 minutes of it. We haven't seen it. So they're trying to.
No, they haven't seen any of the body cams yet.
No, 20 seconds is out.
Oh, they have 20 seconds out. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow.
But the family got his body and had an autopsy done. And that's where they were trying to figure out if whatever he was doing, if he's sitting in the car with his hands on the steering wheel, how did he get shot in the back of the head? And he was shot in the back five different times.
And no weapon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reaching for his insurance, I guarantee.
He was. I don't think he was even doing that.
That's usually how I go. You're reaching for something and pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, I think his son. They were at the video conference, and his son was like, he's got his hands on the wheel, and he can't even save his own life. He's got his hands on the wheel, and
and just took us, just shot him. Just that's the part that bothers me, that scares me. I mean, and I know even as black men, I know a bunch of black men. That's all I know. And it scares me because I'm concerned, and I'm always like, did Collins tell somebody something? Ain't nobody trying to be in y'all business while y'all ducking and diving and doing all your dirt. We just trying to make sure that y'all ass is alive. That's it.
Yeah. You concerned, but I have become so numb to a lot of this stuff that's going on. And
They want.
Well, desensitized.
Desensitized. So, like, we had the shows and we'd be like, what the topic is. I have to try to watch the news 5 minutes before I get in here because I'm so numb or desensitized to so much shit been going on all these years, and it's repetitive, same stuff. So it's hard for me to get mad, angry, in an uproar, or any of that. It's like, to me, it's become just business as usual when it comes to black people, black men, black issues, the same old thing. So that's why it's so difficult for me to just have conversations about this, and I try to,
But that's what they depend on.
what?
They depend on you getting comfortable with it and becoming desensitized, and because it causes you to become complacent. Because now,
No,
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
complacent.
What I'm saying is because that's what happens, and that's their thought process. Because okay, now because you so used to, that's just like being in the hood. We hear so much gunfire in the hood until they just shooting, but then they could have shot the neighbor, and we ain't even checked on anybody because we've heard so much of it.
Do you have a son?
I do. I have two, and I have one. I'm gonna just tell you, my oldest son. He's one. But he's good. He gets along with everybody. Don't he's some people just have that natural aura to where they can float through, and white folks love him, Asians love him, Mexicans love him. He's good.
What he's saying,
My
do you
middle-
worry about yourself?
I worry about all of them, and I'm getting to that. Now, my middle one, I'm just saying that first one, I worry about him because of the areas and the circles he run in.
Okay.
The middle, which are good circles, but it puts him in the wrong place sometimes.
So what do you tell your sons?
I've been telling them this all of their life. Matter of fact, I had to, and this is a problem with the younger generation because a lot of them don't understand the true ins and outs of racism. It's not because they hadn't experienced it, because it's been so whitewashed, so they can't see through a lot of what's going on.
Yeah, that's what
And it's not, they don't see that until they get older. So I've had to really explain to them I'm not old, I'm not crazy, I'm your mother. Yes, I love you, and I'm not being overprotective. This is real. And as little bitty boys, especially my middle one, because he was always a big stout boy for his age, so he intimidated a lot of people, starting off when he was small. So I always had to teach him, because you're so big, you have to handle yourself in a whole different way than your brother do.
Which is something you really didn't understand. So
They can't wrap their mind around it, because they're like, well, what's so different about me?
What's wrong
with what I'm doing? And that can create another issue to where they become defensive. It's like, why are you riding me like this? I'm not riding you. I'm just trying to protect you, because you can't see what I see. You haven't lived. It's one of those things I used to tell, I find myself turning into my mom a lot. I used to tell my kids, I say, baby, you can't see it because you ain't been here long enough. And I know you think that I'm overprotective. Not overprotective. I'm trying to help you. And I started my kids off, they were small. They were like, my oldest was 12, and the little 5, they were small, about police and how to carry themselves. Don't do anything. I had my kids with IDs. No, I bullshit you not. As soon as because you don't have to be a certain age to get a state ID.
Okay.
And I had my kids with IDs when they was in middle school.
Well, the last 5 or 6 years really hit home with me until my dad, grew up during segregation, grew up during Mississippi. My mom grew up in Alabama. My dad always told me, anytime he got stopped, he always said that he had fun in Mississippi. I think I talked about this last week. He said, I worry about you because when you think you're right, you try to fight for it. I said, well, Dad, the way you handle a traffic stop, the way I handle a traffic stop is completely different. My dad always would get out the car and stand by the car. I said, no, Dad, hell no. Keep your ass in the car. I said, I keep my ass back, and you put your hands on the steering wheel. Now, what we're talking about now, as we know, that didn't help.
Right, either way.
Mr. Brown.
No shit.
But I'm saying, Dad, the best way will work for me, and you always tell me, you look like a threat. I said, how do I look like a threat? First of all, you black, you tall. I said, Dad, I understand that. But the way when I talk to a cop, when he first comes up, I definitely am not confrontational.
You don't have to be.
It don't matter though. Like,
You don't have
there's
to be.
no way to tell
See, that's
somebody
the
how
thing.
to.
Most of the guys that I see now, even when I see some of the stops, I immediately say I would have handled that different. Leaning up. What'd you stop me for? No, don't do that. Officer, how you doing? Is something wrong? Or don't start off. If you start off
Confrontational.
they'll take it there. And they just, okay, step on out the car. And then, after that, it's a crapshoot.
But see, that's the whole issue right there. It's like, why do I have to
Shuck and jive, basically.
play the minstrel
Soft
show?
shoe
That's what I'm saying.
make
Play
an
the
oath,
minstrel
why do I
show
to make somebody
to
else
survive.
comfortable.
You want to survive. You want to
survive.
So-
you make it to court.
He's basically saying
you got to get out of the line.
you have to
It's not
do a
gonna make
song
any
a day
difference.
is not to
Yes.
get killed.
It's not gonna make a difference if you did. You're not gonna be able to defend yourself.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. But that's the whole thing. That's the part that's not fair. How many videos have we watched where we had a Caucasian people? They done pulled them over. He got a gun, and they ain't even
But
trying to
they
chase
are
this
not
man.
threatening.
And-
We are threatening. They are not threatening. You are threatening.
It's a video.
Oh, I know.
It's a video on YouTube. They are the cops that are talking on the microphone. They are actually in the helicopter, and they're 500 feet up, and they've got the spotlight on the guy. And how you going to tell? He tells one of the cops that he's talking to on the radio. Yeah, he looks like a pretty bad dude.
Oh yeah, I remember
How
that.
you going to tell a bad dude from 500 feet?
Yep.
That's just how they think of it.
But I'm just gonna say that I love my black men. It's just.
But the only reason I started with, like I said, you have sons, but you have to have that hard conversation with them all your life.
I have. So with me, I was one of those parents. I did what I call life lessons with my kids. And so a lot of people, so when we talk about raising our kids, they be like, Hodge, what you gonna do? That's what back then, that was what they called me. Hodge, what you gonna do? I say, well, this is what I did. So my oldest, the first thing I did with him was I told him, get up, get dressed. So he put on his little slacks and his shoes, and we went to the gallery. I got dressed all up, and we went in Chanel.
Oh, I remember you talking.
Yeah, and they treated us all, all decent, whatever, and bought our little stuff. And then I took him back, bought little stuff. Then I took him back in there. I told him, get up, get dressed. But he had on some old wrinkled up shorts and beat up t-shirt, wasn't put together. And we went in there. He said, why they following us? Why they treating us like that? I said, because I want you to see how perception is how you're treated. Just what you're wearing will determine if you live or die. Just by what you're wearing.
It's not like that anymore. If you black it don't determine what you.
I'm gonna tell you what scared me when they say put these masks on. That terrorized me. That terrorized me. I'm like, you want me to tell my black son to put on a mask?
Actually, didn't. I thought it was gonna be worse. It actually didn't. They didn't.
Well,
it
that's
wasn't
because
as bad
they was
as
in the
I was-
house.
Yeah.
They wasn't out and about. They was in the
I was
house.
like, they finna shoot a whole bunch of black people walking around with these masks.
You actually, I actually thought, I was like, man, a black man with a mask, everybody get to wear a mask now?
It's gonna go down.
I thought it was going to be Wild Wild West.
Seriously, I did too.
That's because the Beckys was in the house.
The
Beckys? The Beckys. Beckys, Barbara's, all of them was in the house.
Oh, did y'all see?
Call 911. Got a choker.
That's a good shit.
I was gonna mute my mic.
We need to mute our producer.
If y'all ain't gonna hit it, then don't be judging me.
We need to mute our producer.
Hey,
Nobody gonna hit it.
Hey,
don't judge
I'm hitting it from here because
Our producer here.
Wait, we all in
they don't sell that shit around here.
Yeah.
No, but it
Smell
was
that good.
it's a video, and it happened, I think, last year, somewhere in Colorado. There was a white woman who went to Walmart. She had dementia. She took $13 worth of items, walked out the store. Walmart employees stopped her. Can't tell if they knew her or not, but they took the items back. So they took them back in the store, so no problem.
Mm-hmm.
She's walking to her house. Apparently her house is very close to the Walmart. White cop stops her, white male. Tells her, ma'am, come here, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, my house is right here. The cop takes this woman, tells her, if you don't come here, you're under arrest. Takes her, throws her to the ground. She's wondering what the hell was going on. He dislocates her shoulder.
Oh, that's the one.
You saw
Yeah, with the dementia. Yes, and they laughing at her.
Yeah, when they got her to the station, you know, they had video in the station. I think it's 3 other cops. It's another male and I think it's a female. They pulled the video up. They looking at the video. They started laughing and shit. Now the white woman, she was trying. No, y'all, you know, she's like, that's not.
Yeah.
She's trying not to look at it.
Yeah.
The white boy that pulled her down said, okay, get ready for the pop. And the dude says, the pop. He said, yeah, listen for the pop. You can tell when he popped her shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Now, I know we've been through enough shit.
Yeah.
But the white woman, and she has dementia, she has no idea.
Yeah. But that's the thing. She's a senior. I'm sorry. This is just me. I have a special spot for people who really can't do.
Because you help people.
Yeah, man. So. How you gonna do somebody, grandma, and just you know? Because if I see that, I don't care what color they are. All I'm thinking about is that's my mom.
The woman had already walked away. She doesn't have the items with her.
It was 13. They couldn't do anything with her. It was $13,
and she's already leaving. So they didn't lose any money. She's going home. I'm like, why in the hell would you stop?
Hey,
this woman. I just don't understand what's going on with the cops now. That they are so. You know that somebody's around videotaping. You know all this shit
because they still used to. They're so used to being able to get away with stuff. It's just like a spoiled kid. I don't care. If I'm spoiled and I'm used to getting away with it, I'm used to. I don't care if all of this in here can be cameras. I won't care because I know somebody's going to clean it up and fix it for me, and nobody else is going to see it. And that's the thing. They don't care about the body. They didn't care about the body cams and all this stuff because they're used to getting away with it.
Well,
it's just like that's just like you used to stealing pens at work. And you know I'm just saying, but you know they got cameras in there, but you've been stealing pens for so long, you're gonna keep on stealing them because you feel like you can get away with it. And that's the problem. Everybody think that they're slicker than oil. Ain't shit slicker than oil. And that's the problem. And they feel like they can talk their way out of it or bullshit their way out of it, and they can't.
But even if you are a black officer, I know we're held to
right.
We gotta triple what the hell we doing just to stay out of trouble.
Right.
But as a white officer, and he is stopping a white senior citizen.
But see, I
cannot believe that they don't.
They've been getting away with it for so long.
And see, this is the thing. A lot of people think that white people just attack minorities.
No, they do it to everybody.
They'll do each other too, depending on what
they believe that they are entitled. I
exactly.
understand. I believe that.
They believe they are untouchable.
But the trouble that you are in now, and there's so many different things going on, I would think one of them would go, okay, I probably need to.
No,
because this is the thing. No. They're not going to do that. Okay, so just y'all two out doing some damn dirt, okay? And this your homeboy. Y'all, and I'm looking at the two of y'all. Y'all done did some bullshit together. I could just see it on your face. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, you know, he wrong as dirt, and you're like, man, don't do that. And he started getting away with it. You started standing there like, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Why you can't say he wrong as dirt than that? Why you can't say he the bad?
Because it's always look. Because you're the dark one. The dark one always.
The dark one.
Oh,
See, there we go. The light
another
skin.
topic, the light skin.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that next week.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but see,
So me and Lovey always wrong.
Lover said, "Don't put her in there. She ain't black. She brown."
I love it black.
No, but I'm just saying, it's yeah, he's still standing there because he can't believe you doing this shit, and now you doing some dumb shit, and you finna drag him into it.
All the time.
Same thing with the police officers. That's just like when what's the guy, the Floyd, when that man was on George Floyd's neck that whole time, all of those officers, even that brand new officer, that was his first day on the job, the little Asian guy. I feel bad for him for he didn't know what to do. It's like, do I follow procedure? Do I listen to the officer that I'm training with? What the hell do I do? So he was stuck in the middle of, and that's not a right or wrong issue. It was just, what do I do? Right. And so that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. And that's how the other officers end up getting caught up in this crap.
And what scares me now, I know, thank God that we have so many different people that are filming stuff going on. But the officer that shot Dante Wright, mm-hmm. She was a supervisor and she was training another officer. And she didn't know her
taser from a gun.
A taser from a gun? That's what I was just,
Yeah.
You are training somebody. You were in a situation where you.
So that's just like saying, I don't know this cook from this. Exactly. Like the tank. And they made different. They both guns, but they made. And then
you try to block and you try to say that officer should be immune. No, you signed up to be an officer. You're supposed to be trained. You're supposed to know this. You're supposed to know that.
Plus, she was a 25-year veteran of the force, so all that shit missed me with it.
Yeah,
you can tell the difference from a gun just by the weight, and she should know that.
The trigger on the taser is way up here. The gun is way and like you said, the weight. I mean, and you were training other officers.
25 years. Stop it.
She fucked up.
I was like,
you shot a nigga up.
Yep.
Take your licks.
So also we had somebody said that police don't care, that they double down and they just say fuck your feelings. People believe that the police agencies across the countries have been infiltrated now by white extremists. But they've been there.
That's always.
But they've been there.
That's 400 years of that.
They've been there since they first made the star for the slave catchers.
I'm telling you, that's 400 years.
Y'all, the star that they wear, most people don't know that was the slave catchers emblem.
That shit between
So they've been infiltrated. They've been in there.
Everybody else, you put them in those positions, and like you said, that's just been like that for years and years. So.
Well, I'm gonna ask again. Did anybody ever watch them?
Yes.
I saw.
Is it a series or a movie?
It's a series. It's good as fuck.
I've seen the first three.
Yes.
I've seen the first three.
It was good to me.
Man,
anyway.
You haven't even that's what I'm telling y'all. You haven't even scratched the surface to get to the good part yet. I really would like to have
I'm gonna start on that tonight.
A conversation about that. That show. I started watching it the first time, and then I saw the lady, and I was like, "Oh shit, I ain't in there. I can't do this, not right now." And then I started again. It took me 3 times to get started to watch it. Just from the beginning and the music.
Well, and I was trying to figure out now, is this based on a true story?
No,
it's not.
No,
the way they were framing, I thought it was.
It's so the lead. I forgot the author name, but it's a great. The great thing about this is the first time they've done real life and horror. And the great thing about this series, I mean, if I'm not calling people simple, but you got to pay attention and you have to think to get through it, because everybody in their household is facing their own demons, mm-hmm. and no one really understands or knows what's going on, and so they're dealing with the real life and supernatural, and don't realize that they're dealing, and so they don't realize that they're dealing with the supernatural. They're just trying to get through the real life portion of it. And so what I love about it, it starts off, it shows the migration. It shows the redlining. It shows everything of how it was. And just imagine, that's what I'm saying. Just imagine having to deal with that and some supernatural shit. I mean, that's a lot.
Shit, we're about to start dealing with this shit all over. We're about to gain 2 seats.
2 seats in, yeah.
California lost
2 seats.
Who is gaining 2
Texas
seats?
is gaining 2 seats due to the census because of the population growth.
So those will be 2 Republican seats?
If they don't fix it.
The crazy shit about it, which I couldn't, the way the paper is framing it and the way I'm reading it, they're leaning towards the Republicans gaining, but see, the people that are moving here are brown people.
Yeah, but they voting Republican.
Yep.
They are voting Republican. Because they think that they think that they're them.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, I just don't. Between what's going on out here, what's going on in California, I think they're trying to recall vote for the governor.
They're trying to get him out, and now they got Caitlyn Jenner trying to run. Caitlyn Jenner and there's 100 other people on the ballot trying to run.
Now, was I wrong? Did I see something where Maxine Waters is trying to run for governor?
I haven't seen it because the big focus has been on Caitlyn Jenner. And she's running as a Republican against, she's not for none of us or none of the things.
The name is familiar. Who the hell is Caitlyn Jenner?
Bruce Jenner.
Hey, I'm not ashamed to not know that.
That's the Kardashian daddy.
I'm really not ashamed. I want to pat myself on the back for not being aware of that.
No, the guy that was on the Wheaties box.
I'm still want to pat myself on the back for. Thank you, Ahmad, for not knowing that shit. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
More people out there need to block out all that bullshit and get the real shit. Thank you. Womp, 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 womp.
It was so crisp. It came in so crisp.
Man,
And your face like matched it.
Right. I'm just saying, it's really.
For really?
I'm just saying, look.
Really.
Anywho, my issue is Caitlyn or Bruce or whoever they want to be. I don't care. What I'm concerned about is their views and how they feel about.
You shouldn't even be concerned about their views.
If he's running for governor of a state.
Of what state?
California.
Leave that shit over there.
I have family there. No. I got a whole child there. I don't care. I have a black son in the state of California, and California got they got all kind of shit going on. Crime, it's just a hot mess. No.
Shit.
So yes, I'm concerned about Texas, California, Florida, and Oklahoma. I need yes. And you guys in Oklahoma, they were with the open. They're trying to. Is that Oklahoma? They're trying to do the open carry.
They've been having that.
No. They're trying to make it to where you don't even have to have a permit. Everybody can carry.
Yeah.
You don't even have
something's going on in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
About.
So
maybe that's a couple, maybe 3 or 4 states that are involved in it.
Yeah, so they're trying to make you don't even have to have a permit. Anybody can carry a gun.
That ain't gonna pass, honey. That is not.
I'm for it. I'm sorry, but
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Huh?
Do you have a CHL?
Do I have a CHL? I can't under the current laws on the strength of my mental health past. However, which is why I'm for it because, I want to be able to carry my gun without worrying about. But I feel like if people are armed, I feel like the police are going to think twice about.
Shit, they're going to shoot you quicker.
But they might get shot first. See, they're gonna take. It's a risk. It's a risk at this point. Like, okay, I'm gonna pull this nigga over. Depending on how I come at him, now it's gonna be mutual respect. Like, we both got guns.
Because as soon as they pull up, they already at hand on. Officer Tran with the DPS office, me and him have a personal relationship. I have a personal relationship with Shenandoah, Oak Ridge, Constables 5, Constables 3, HPD, Harris County Sheriff Department.
She's been in all those.
What they got to do? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're a woman. That's a little different.
No, it's not because the
Yes, it
officer
is.
trained. They know because it depends. Well,
They
it depends.
know you. That's like me. If me and Ahmad, we leave here right now.
For real.
We both got CHLs. We both here leave now. We get stopped. We need to tell them, officer, we have a CHL. The gun is over there.
You don't have, well, you can carry your gun in your car without a concealed handgun license. It just has to be visible. And when they come tell you, say, I have a gun in the
But
car.
most of the time, your gun is not going to be.
Yeah, it's
But as soon as you say I have a gun in the car to step out of the vehicle, blah, 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 then
Yeah,
that's how the bullshit starts.
Actually, if you get stopped, they're supposed to know that you have CHL when they run your plate.
Mhm.
but if you don't, you just tell, I have a gun visible.
Your
You-
officer,
Yeah.
I have a CHL. My gun is over there, wherever it is. You keep your goddamn hands on the wheel.
Wow, shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm strapped too.
See, they
so don't
say-
come over here with that
See,
shit, or it's gonna be a motherfucking showdown
See?
right here today.
See, love it.
Now,
That's
see,
where
love him. See, now you acting like he was last week with the shenanigans.
Start busting, love it.
I'm just
Start
saying.
busting.
You bust first, you ain't gotta
Y'all
bust
heard-
back.
Y'all heard
Yeah,
y'all
but
heard what happened to Love It. huh?
but I'm gonna tell y'all like
Shit,
this.
Lovey's on the run. That's damn.
Man,
Lovey is in
Lord.
Mexico, nigga. Canada. I don't know. Shit.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm gonna do a remote. Love
I'm
it.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm through with all this. I'm not working all this overtime right now, so I ain't got no extra to put on no books.
Oh, shit.
I understand.
Boy, I'm telling you, shit hit the fan, don't have Tlakas around you. She
Right.
gonna snitch and run.
No, now that's not true. I hold a whole bunch of shit. You the snitch.
No, I'm not running though. I'm busting.
You ain't busting.
I'm gonna bust.
You ain't busting. You,
I'm talking about when the shit
you
hit the
busting.
fan.
You right. You busting them gums because you don't be talking, and
Yeah.
I'm just sitting up here. I told y'all don't trust it, black ass.
Your
Black ass.
ass-
Yeah, y'all silly.
She gonna be at Walmart. It's gonna be
Yeah, catch me.
and Ross.
Like my daddy said.
She said gonna be her Ross.
And Ross. She hit the fan, she going straight to Ross.
Yeah.
She's gonna leave her ass.
Right after the crime's committed.
I found a sale.
Yeah, I found me a new
We going to
dashiki.
jail.
Right.
We going to jail. She found a sale.
Yeah.
Head south.
Yeah.
Yeah, I done went got me a new dashiki, so I'm gonna flow through that. How about that?
Thank you for joining us on Love to Jam Radio, Tlakas Tavern. We will see all you wonderful people on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Bye.